Hey guys, welcome back again, Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to the channel that is your home for tech, toys, and talk, and of course the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for another unbox. Yes guys, I'm diving into G.I. Joe. For a long time I said I wouldn't be, but for the past few months I have been coming across a few G.I. Joe figures here and there, and I've been squirreling them away. As of right now, counting Duke and the Ram right here, we have, let's see here, we have 8 individual figures, plus I have a 2-pack I have to unbox in future videos. So, you know, it's something from my childhood that I just couldn't, I kept seeing, and don't get me wrong, the figures, they look fantastic. This is a quantum leap from what we had back in the 80s. And I finally gave into it a few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Yes, I've been holding on to these figures in box all this time, and it's to the point where I think I'm going to be stepping back on some of my other lines of collecting. I think Black Series is going to be put on hold for a good while. Marvel Legends, unless there's something that really grabs me, on the heartstrings, then I think I might be focusing maybe on G.I. Joe and maybe focusing on NECA. I think those are probably going to be my 2 prime ones, maybe doing some odds. But guys, enough of that. Enough. Why? Because, well, it's time to unbox. Now, this is the Tiger Force. Tiger Force was basically G.I. Joe's kind of a slight rebranding that they did way back when, to give the kind of the tiger aesthetic on their vehicles. They also had the tiger pants, or they would change the uniforms, or even have camouflage makeup on their faces. There's a new Flint that was just released where he's got that kind of grease paint going across his eyes. More of a tactical jungle kind of a look. There we go. This is going to be Duke and Ram. Let's slide this right on out. And that's it. Just an empty windowless box. So we got Duke right here. We got the Ram, but we need to do some assembling right here, guys. So, while I'm getting all this taken care of, let's pause the video. Okay, so we got it. Now, I will say that I did kind of stab myself a little bit. So cutting it open, they used they had a ton of tape on this kind of like cardboard twine, if you will. But we got it through. We did get it through. So, Duke looks badass in this. I think this is a very good sculpt. Now, I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't tried releasing a new cartoon for G.I. Joe. But I love the shin guards, the armoring that they give him. This is my first G.I. Joe since the old O-rings back in the 80s. So, and it's kind of, they've done what they've done with Power Rangers, and also with Star Wars. They kind of have you get the little ab crunch right here. So he does have some bendability. I don't know, if you wanted to, you could kind of do it like maybe he's flipping in the air, jumping out of an airplane. I mean, there's a lot of different posing here. If you've had a Power Rangers figure, this is pretty much it. Same thing with Marvel Legends. It's not too loose. The ab feels a little bit of looseness. We have this belt here that you could actually move around. So there is that. But I like the detail on it. We have these holsters, and technically, I mean, if you really wanted to, we probably could try and take that holster off. But it's kind of cool that they give you a little bit of, you can move this around a little bit. Same thing with this little ammo strap here that he has going across his torso. They did some amazing paint sculpts here. I mean, you can see his little paratrooper badge right there, his wings. I I mean, to me, this is probably one of the best paint apps I've seen on a Marvel figure in a long while. Now, they do not give us alternate hands, but both hands are gun grip hands. That's perfectly fine because it's G.I. Joe. We're going to have guns. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, yes, this is part of Hasbro's non-window plastic-free initiative, which thankfully is not going to last anymore. It's going to be going away. We have some components here we need to assemble. Kind of the sidecar, if you will, for the RAM right here. We can just rip right through this. There we go. I mean, it's cool. They kind of give you like almost like a Foot Locker kind of branding right here, which I think is kind of cool. And that, I think, is something cool to have. If you have any loose accessories, you can probably store it in a box just like this. You know, G.I. Joe Foot Locker. Some people will use zip ties. Some people use other things. So yeah, they use this cardboard right here with tape just to hold this gun. Kind of think that's a waste. But I get they don't want things to be bent. But I mean, if you're shipping them in box, how are they going to get bent? We have a nice Gatling gun, and it does move. Take a look at that. That is cool. Okay, points to Hasbro on that. Although, what I kind of want to do is I want to do some weathering to this. You know, if Duke is driving this through the forest, I want it to look like, or through the jungle, or through any kind of terrain, I want this bike to look like it's kind of been through the scrapper a little bit. You know, maybe take some silver argent, a little bit of dry brushing. Maybe we'll do that on a future video. Guys, if you want me to do a video where I'm doing a little bit of some paint mods on this figure, or should I say this vehicle, then I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, guys. I need to know. Guys. So, let's see. We have his field pack. Very nice. And I like that we have different paint apps on here, distinguishing the the field shovel with his knapsack. We got some canteens right here. So this is actually the top. I know because the caps of the canteens are up here. So this would just simply peg into his back. Now, you could always switch this pack onto another Joe if you really wanted to. It's a thing you could do. There you go. So we got the pack right there. Very cool. Arms, they feel slightly loose, but not too loose. So we get a little G.I. Joe blaster right here, which obviously holsters right into here. Now, as far as this goes, do we have a spot where we can stow that gun? I'm not seeing anything like that right now. Now, as far as this goes, okay, this clamps into here. So, I was trying to figure, like, okay, how are we going to do this? Now, you could actually, I'm sure we can open this up and he could just be holding the Gatling gun like that, and I think that would look pretty badass. But let's follow it here. We're looking here, just like when you're a little kid, you gotta kind of peg it into the right slot. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and close this in now. And they do have a bit of a groove here, so if you wanted to separate it, it can easily be done. So that is a thing you guys can do. And I like they gave us like this diamond plate pattern. I don't know how well that's coming across. I'm loving that. But again, let's go ahead and get this stowed in there so we can get the proper look. And these are just going to peg into the side. Again, we don't have, I'm trying to see if we have any kind of storage for this rifle, and I'm not seeing anything here. Maybe I'm going to get creative. Now, let's go ahead, and this is just, these two pegs are just going to slot into the two corresponding pegs on this side. There's nothing on the other side, guys, so don't get it twisted. There we go. And now the cycle is holding up perfectly. Now, I will say this. I'm a little disappointed that the handles here are kind of bent downwards. I mean, let's take a look right here. You can obviously, the one side is bent down. I'm going to see if I can... Oh, so it looks like they do slot around. Oh, they do rotate. So I guess that's a good thing. One concern is if yours is a little bent, maybe just a little bit of heat from like a, hair dryer. I wouldn't do a heat gun. I would do a hair dryer. And we have pegs here on either side for Duke. So Duke can stay there. Let's see. Can I pull this off real quick? Yeah. Okay. What is this part here? Did this fall off of Duke, or is this for something else? Got this little piece is just laying here. I'm not quite sure what that is for. I guess we will find out. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Pause it again. Now, there is a kickstand here, so we do have that. So if we just wanted the bike to stand on its own, it could. Now, I can't figure for the life of me what this piece is for. I mean, it almost looks like it could be part of a camera or part of something, and I'm trying to figure out where this pegs into. If anyone watching this happens to know where this piece goes to, does it go on? Maybe this goes on. There's a peg hole right here on Duke's belt, so I'm just going to kind of put that right there. See if it fits. It does. So I'll keep that right there for right now until someone tells me otherwise. We'll put his field pack back on. And now let's get this little sidecar back on. So I love that the Gatling gun barrel actually moves. I love the look of this, guys. You tell me, what do you think about this? We got him revving up here, and I love the detail on here. They gave like a nice little gloss to the windshield, if you will, the little top cover right here, and actually right on there you can see they actually gave us decals for your gauges on the motorcycle itself. This does move. This handle does move. This whole apparatus does, like the handles themselves move, which it's a little confusing, but hey, I can roll with it. Now it does not control the. Oh well, yes, it does. There you go. See. I like the look of this. Again, I probably might want to do some weathering. As far as the tires, I think I might add a little bit of brown, a little bit ember, for for that to give it that kind of like mud or dirt driven look. But I think this is awesome. I do have the kickstand up. Let me put the kickstand back down, and it rolls. It rolls perfectly. There's no imbalance here. I will say this being my first G.I. Joe figure I have opened up since the 1980s. Yes. It has been that long since I opened up anything G.I. Joe. Okay? The 1980s, to give you guys a little bit of concept right there. I love that we get this translucent plastic for the headlight right here. They did a tremendous job on this. I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit. We got a little wheel for support right here. I'm kind of kicking myself that it took me so long to jump in on Joe's. I know I'm very late to the game, but I mean, we got his hand on there. We got him with his rifle. He's looking straight ahead, but it kind of looks like he's looking down. I might have to play around with him, see if I can pose him where he's looking a little bit more up. That's a little bit better. Rearrange his arms so he's shooting straight. So we got him shooting the blaster, and we got him shooting right here. This is a great, great figure. I'm so glad that I grabbed this when I did. And like I said, guys, I have a ton of other G.I. Joes that I need to... Well, not a ton. I have technically 7 single figures... Or, sorry, 8 single figures and 1 2-pack I have to unbox. We'll be doing those separately. But, guys, this is great. I love the articulation, the detail on here. Like I said, you know, for the gun and a few spots, I would like to make it look like it's weathered. You know, obviously they're driving these vehicles in. I mean, if they're in the military or any military, they're driving this. They're using these vehicles every day. There's going to be a little bit of wear and tear, and I kind of want to reflect that. But the paint, the details. I mean, look at how they seamlessly did the paint from the white to the yellow orange here. I mean, the decals on here, the detailing on here. G.I. Joe, without a doubt, just based on this one figure, I'm going to call it right now, it's probably Hasbro's best line right now. Okay? I'm going to say it's better than, and this is just my opinion, as far as the execution. Okay? As far as the execution of the figures, I will say this. I've never seen this kind of quality in Power Rangers. I've never seen this kind of quality in Star Wars. Yes, I did say that. Come at me if you will, guys. 501st, bring it on. But, I mean, the amount of detail that they did on here, on this figure, on this vehicle, okay? On this bike, they friggin' killed it. They did. They really did. And to give us the kind of functionality where, hey, we're going to throw a kickstand on here. It's not really needed. But, hey, if you want to take the little, you know, the Gatling gun sidecar off the bike, then we can still have the bike standing on its own. There we go. So there we go. Let me make sure the stand is secured. There we go. We have it sitting on its own. Nothing else is holding it up, guys. Nothing else. I mean, to put that kind of detail and functionality in here, again, they got the American flag right on there, G.I. Joe, American Hero. I mean, we got the G.I. Joe branding and Tiger Force on there. Everything looks perfect. Nothing is askew like I often find with Power Rangers, and there have been some paint app issues with a few Star Wars figures. I think they're killing it. They're really killing it, and this is a tremendous figure. This is no, you know what? It's a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a major, major, major go. So if you guys are a G.I. Joe fan, I highly recommend picking up Duke and Ram. I do hear through my friends that they are going to be reissuing this at some point in time. It may not be Tiger Force. They might do regular Ram, but I mean, come on, how awesome is this? I mean, this is an eye catcher. This is something that is just tremendous. And for my first G.I. Joe since the 1980s, I am blown away, guys. And speaking of blown away, I gotta thank you guys. Okay, you guys have helped this channel grow so far. As a recording of this video today, we are standing at 1,389 subscribers to this channel. We are roughly 90 watch hours away from breaking that wall that could help me financially in the future. So I just want to thank you guys. I never thought this channel would reach 100, let alone 500, let alone 1,000, let alone 1,389. I can't thank you guys enough from the bottom of my heart. You guys, you keep surprising me. You keep blowing me away. The numbers on a lot of the videos are coming out way better, and I want to thank you guys for that personally. But as always, guys, if you liked this video, give me that thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, any queries whatsoever, you can always reach me at my socials at Daves_Dimension on Instagram, Dimension Daves on Twitter, and of course, email me at davesdimension78@gmail.com. And of course, if you want to contribute to the channel in any shape or form, You can always message me, or there's also our Cash App. So go ahead, you can see all the socials, all the information right on the screen there, and of course in the video description below. But guys, until next time, you know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. Keep on busting, and I'm always going to catch you on the flip side.